Hey guys, welcome to another video, and today we're going to talk about shortlisting universities. This is probably the most important process even before you have taken your GRE, your TOEFL, your GMAT, whatever it is that you are doing, even before that, because once you actually take these tests, at that time you actually might have to select some of the universities. For instance, for the GRE exam, you don't get to select them beforehand or maybe afterwards. If you want to send in your scores for free, you must have those universities memorized. Alright, this is the university I want to send my scores to. So before you actually take your test, you should have this in your mind that alright, this is how I want my process to go, these are the universities I want to apply to. Alright, and you should have at least some of those, at least 4 to 5 of those in your mind beforehand, before actually taking the test even. Alright, so how do you actually go about selecting the universities? It's a 4-step process. You follow this process and I will make sure that your university shortlisting process, it goes as smoothly as it can. Alright, and make sure that you only select the universities that you are sure that alright, I have some chance in that university. It's not that you just go on and select the top 3 universities when your profile is not really relevant to that university. Right? How you do that, all of that is in this video. By the way, we are also creating a tool for you through which you will be able to actually input your profile, and very easily you would be able to actually shortlist universities. It would do it automatically for you. Alright, and even if you want to play around with it, make sure that alright, my GRE score is in this range, my TOEFL score is in this range, based on ranges really, that alright, my scores are in this range, my CGPA, final CGPA would be in this range. Right? Everyone knows that for themselves, right? And my research is in this range, the number of research projects you worked on, all of that you can just input in there and you will actually get the universities that you are really eligible for. Alright, and this is all based on the previous alumni that have actually entered those schools already with those profiles. So I believe that it will help you out in the process so much more. All of that is on ymgrad.com. The shortlisting tool should be up within this week. So any of you watching this video in, let's say, this is what, July 2019, after this, if you're watching it, well, it's already there. Otherwise, it's going to be there at the end of July. Alright, let's begin with the 4-step process and really understand how you actually go on to shortlist the universities, how you actually begin your process, because a lot of people, they don't even know where to start. Right, so first thing you want to make sure is you want to understand that every course is different, and if you're going to another country, alright, for instance, it could be the US, it could be Canada, whatever it is, alright, you want to make sure that you are going in the area which presents you with enough job opportunities once you are actually complete with your degree. Alright, once you're actually through with it. Alright, so how do you actually select that area for you? Alright, for instance, alright, you have to do a lot of research over here, by the way, but for instance, just saying that if you are a computer science student, let me just give you a few examples. If you're a computer science student, I already know, because I am a computer science student, so I already know that some of these areas which I'm talking about for my field are, well, first off, the California area, basically the Bay Area, the Silicon Valley. That is super important for most people who are in the computer science field, because we know that the opportunities exist over there and we won't really have a lot of issues finding those jobs or finding at least going in the interviews, alright, because there's gonna be a whole lot of them. At that place, that's the IT hub, and it's gonna make our lives a whole lot easier, alright? So the more close you can be to that place, the easier it gets for you. Also, for computer science students who are, there's another option, because by the way, you want to have at least 2 or 3 locations. Well, other few options would be areas like New York. Alright, again, that is also an area where you can find jobs relating to computer science. Then there's the Boston area, Texas, all of these areas. All of these areas, you gotta research them for your field. Okay, now again, if you are from the field of finance, for instance, then the only area I would suggest for you is actually the New York area. But all of that is on your research. You have to do all of that all by yourself. You have to understand that alright, these are the places where people from my field usually go on to, and this is, they don't really just go because they have no clue what they're doing. They go because they know that alright, this is where opportunities exist, and that's where I want to place myself, alright, near the most opportunities. Because trust me guys, you don't want to be in a position where you actually go on, complete your degree, and now you have a 3 months period where you actually want to find the job. At least that's the case in the US, right? You want to find that job, and if you're not able to find that job within those 3 months, well, you get deported. So how do you actually avoid this scenario? It's because you want to give yourself enough safety, enough margin of safety that alright, I know I am safe, I have a lot of interviews over there, I would at least have a lot of opportunities over there, I am sure about that. That's how you actually give yourself the best chance, alright? And to do that, you want to select the best area. Alright, the next thing that you want to keep in mind is that, alright, you've selected the area. Now you know that, alright, these are the universities in that area, but I actually want to find out that do these universities actually offer my course? Because this is again a very important scenario where a lot of people who are going for the spring session, they might understand that, alright, this university does offer this course, but it is only offered in the fall session. So all of that comes into the play over here. You want to make sure that your university gives you that course that you want to go for at that period whenever you are thinking of going. All right, all of that is again important. For instance, again, depending on your stream, you might have some very specialized courses. All right, some people might want HCI, human computer interaction, but that might not be available at all of these universities that they are looking at. So make sure that all of those things are in check. You check about your program, you make sure that all of the admissions requirements are clear. All right, next thing I want you to do is, for all of these universities that you have selected, go on to their pages, actually check out what are the admissions requirements. All right, this is primarily so important. A lot of people don't do this, but trust me, once you actually go onto these pages, you will understand that, alright, there's a minimum GPA requirement of 3.0, there's a minimum TOEFL score requirement of 103, with even individual section requirements. So all of these things should already be clear in your mind. I know a lot of you might not have taken your test, a lot of you are thinking of taking, or a lot of you might even have done it already, but you should be, there might be an idea in your mind that, alright, I might be able to score this much, at least I know, so this university I can write about. So just make sure that you note down that university name. All of that is important. Create an Excel spreadsheet, you write down the university name, the minimum GPA requirement, the minimum TOEFL score requirement, the GRE, GMAT, whatever it is that the university needs from you. And if it already fits your criteria, if you already have taken the test, then you already know. You just have to write down the name, that, alright, this university, I'm all clear for it, I can apply it to it. Alright, so again, that's two different scenarios depending on whether you have actually taken the test or not. But make sure that you check out your program is available when you are going, and when you're planning to go at least. And at the same time, make sure that you are all clear on the minimum admission requirements. Trust me, if you do not have those minimum admission requirements in check, a lot of times you might see that, well, your application might not even be reaching the admissions committee. They might not even evaluate it. You might just get an email, and a lot of people I know have already seen that. They get this email from the admissions committee that we cannot evaluate your profile because you failed to meet the eligibility requirements, and of course the application fee is forfeited. Alright, so make sure that all of those things are in check. Let's actually move on to the next point over here, and that is the class profile. Alright, now I know a lot of you might not know of this word, they don't know what class profile means. I'm going to tell you exactly what it means, and I'm going to tell you exactly where you can find it. Okay, so the class profile essentially means that, for instance, let me actually give you an example and then you will understand. Alright, for instance, I am going to the University of Southern California to pursue computer science. Alright, now my degree, essentially a lot of people who are my seniors have already pursued that degree in that university. Alright, so I should know about their profiles, right? That, alright, on an average, the people who actually get into this university, for the computer science course, well, this is their profile. Alright, they have an average GPA of so and so, they have an average GRE score of this amount, whatever it is, all of those things, the average TOEFL score, the average all of those things that you want to make sure that you have on your profile are at least near the average or above them. Well, that is again important. So this is really your class profile. You check out the average accepted applicants and you check out their scores. Alright, this is their profile, these are the number of research papers they've had, these are the number of, this is when they applied, this is when they got the admit, this is when they got the reject. So all of those things again matter in your case as well, because you can then tell that, alright, this is when I expect my admits, or I think that this university would be a great fit for me. This is how you tell, and this is how you actually save a lot of money as well, because you could apply to 10-15 universities and it would still be less. I know a lot of people who have applied to 10 to 15 universities and they do not have a single admit. Even for the next semester, sometimes the admit gets deferred and they give it to you for the next fall semester or next spring semester, but a lot of times it happens that 10 to 15 universities you apply to and you don't even get a single admit. How that happens is because people overestimate their profiles. Of course, they don't even check the class profiles. They don't know what kind of applicants they are competing against. So they just throw in their applications in there, hoping for the best, and well, this is what the result is. So make sure that you check out that, alright, not only can this help you actually remove the colleges which are very high rated for your profile, which won't really accept you, but it can also protect you from applying to a lot of safe universities as well. So you don't want to apply to a lot of universities which are too safe for your profile, right? So that's how you take care of this thing. Alright, look at the class profile, and let me tell you where you can find the class profiles. You go on to ymgrad.com. alright, that's ymgrad.com. Once you go over there, you can just search for your favorite university. Alright, once the university name pops up, just select that and you will be redirected to a page particularly for that university. Alright, now you will be able to see all of the things relating to how many people are admitted in the university, what's the acceptance rate, alright, what kind of profiles, again you can see the class profiles, what kind of profiles get into this university. For instance, what are their GRE scores, their TOEFL scores, their IELTS scores, all of those average scores. And apart from that, all of those things that are necessary, again the male to female ratio, all of those things that might be necessary for people, you can check them out right over there. Everything is right in front of you. Even the average salaries of, especially if you're going for an MBA based degree, the average salaries of applicants who have completed their degrees now. So all of that data is again so important to you, because it's a once in a lifetime decision you're making. And of course, once you are actually done applying, even if you want to, you cannot do that. You cannot change the number of universities you applied to or the universities that you have actually applied to. So you want to make sure that you select them, you take your time. I don't care if it takes you 1 month to do this process, but I want you to do it perfectly right. Alright, so this is important again. Alright, some of this data might be logged for you, but this is essentially because there's a small $10 or something fee that actually activates all of those data for you. That's called YM Explorer. We're actually also working on a tool where you will be able to compare the universities, alright, side by side, all of their data in a table, and you can just compare the universities side by side, easy way. So I'm hoping that tool helps you. And of course, there's one more module that is the software development team is working on. Again, that is where you will be able to actually input all of your data, and you will be able to see that alright, these are the universities that fit your profile. You can actually input the ranges, you can play around with it, and you can see that which universities actually fit your profile best. Alright, so it's a very good development. I believe it might help a lot of people who are watching these videos, and I'm sure that the data is very accurate, so you will get good results. You will save a lot of money, because every time you actually apply to a university, you are wasting around $200 to $250, because you also have to send in the scores, and you have to give the application fee. There's a lot of other scores involved, a lot of other costs involved as well. So make sure that you use that and take it to your advantage. Alright, and then the final and the fourth step is how you actually see that the previous admits and rejects of people who are from your university. Alright, so let me actually tell you how you do that. Alright, you again go on to YMgrad, you go on to admits and rejects section, you enter the university name that you are looking for. Alright, for instance, personally I am looking for University of Southern California, so I'll enter that name, I'll select that. Alright, and once I am done with that, I can also select the major, which field I want to see the admits or rejects for, and I can also select the decision, is it applied, admit or reject. But I'm not going to do that over here. I'm just going to click on search just for the university. I want everything. Alright, so I see that alright, there's about 4 decisions over here with people who have all of their profiles. They are listed over here. You can actually see their average scores, what kind of scores they have. When did they apply to the university, and when did they actually get their decision. Alright, all of these things are already given over there. Their GPA, their GRE scores, TOEFL scores, whatever it is that they took. Alright, of course you can actually even go onto their profiles and look at their resume. I mean, how helpful is that? You actually go on, you can see the profiles of all the seniors who have gotten the admits, and then you can actually compare your profiles to theirs. Alright, now again, this is again just a test. Alright, all of these are tests. Does this university fit the location that I'm looking for? Alright, tick mark. Let's go on to the next thing. Alright, does this university have the program, and is it being offered when I want it to be offered? Well, that's good. Let's move on. Alright, then again, just check out the class profile. Is my profile pertinent to this class profile? Is it similar to the people who get accepted? Well, if it's yes, then again move on to the fourth step, and then check out the admits and rejects of your seniors, and just understand that alright, this is what I actually want to do. This is where I actually want to go, because a lot of my seniors have also gone in with similar scores, and I believe that I do have pretty good chances. Well, if you are able to put those 4 check marks next to this university name that you're looking for, well, that's all good, because you are now in. You have selected the university, and you can go on to the next university, try and select some more. try to do this process for about 10 to 15 university. I'm sure that you will find 5 to 7 of them that are good fit for your profile, and you can just go on and apply to those. All right, and again, I'm sure that if you follow this process through, you not only will you be actually saving money, you will actually be saving a lot of time as well. All right, because every university you have to customize the SOP, you have to submit the applications, take care of the application portal, send in the transcripts at times. So all of these things kind of, they get a lot messy, and it's a very time taking process. Alright, so make sure that you follow this whole process. I believe that it will really help you out, and the shortlisting tool will be up within this week, and I am damn sure that it will help you out. You have no idea how much work we are putting it in there. But again, you can just go on, sign up at YMGrad, and I'll personally make sure that you get an email as soon as the shortlisting tool is up on the website. Alright, so I'm happy that you watched this video to the end. If you're over here, share this with people who actually need this. It's a lot of people, a lot of parents also, that do research for their kids, for depending on what kind of family you live in. Personally, my parents don't do it for me, but I always wanted to do it for myself, and I want to help you and your family actually make sure that you go through the process as smoothly as you can. Alright, so share this with people who actually need to see this. Subscribe to the channel if you think that this video helped you, and I will keep bringing more content. Again, it's a busy time. I'm actually going to the US myself, and I also have this YMGrad website and all of these things to handle, but all of these things keep going on. I thank you for all the support that you have been giving me, because I never really imagined I would grow so soon, and it's happening really well, and I'm really happy about that actually. So I'll see you in the next video, and if you have any recommendations, go onto my Instagram, talk to me directly over there. If you have any other recommendations, you can just even publish them over here directly down in the comment section, and I will look at them when I can. Right?